Now, last week, Dave had a word for us. I don't know why that's gone back. It was jump. Can anybody remember what it meant? Can anybody remember what the J stood for? Any of the adults? Judgmental, yeah. It was judgmental. Anybody remember what the U was for? This one's a bit harder. Unforgiveness. Anybody remember what the M was for? Mercy. And the P, I struggled to remember what the P was for. Pride, yeah. And the thing that Dave sort of said to us was, don't jump. Don't be judgmental. Don't be unforgiving. Don't be unmerciful. And don't have pride. And the thing is, what he was saying to us last week was that those things can get in the way of our relationships. And I kind of went away and thinking to myself, I'm all right, I'm sorted, I'm fine. And then I've been thinking about it through the week and thinking, well, actually, maybe there are some things where, I've said I've forgiven somebody, but have I actually really forgiven them? Have I actually sort of put that into practice? Or have I just said, yes, I've forgiven them, but really I'm carrying on, ignoring them? And I've had a few people who've been in my mind this week because of that. And I'm sure a few of you went away thinking the same thing. And the thing that can get away in our way is our pride, can't it? Because we can get in that way. Well, today I've got another word for you. And it's team. Now, does anybody know what this one's for? It's quite a common one. Let me tell you. Together, everyone achieves more. Because when we're working together as a team, we're actually achieving more. When the girls were pulling against each other, they weren't getting anywhere, were they? They were just pulling against each other. And that ribbon was going from one side to the other, and it wasn't going in the direction that they wanted it to go, because they were too busy pulling against each other. But when they sort of pulled and worked together, it came with them, didn't it? And they achieved that. Well, the reading that we had today from Ephesians that Paul read to us was about Jews and Gentiles. And Paul was telling the Jewish Christians and the Gentile Christians that they needed to work together. The Jews had been told they were the promised people. They were God's chosen people. And God had made them lots of promises. They were promised a Messiah who would come and save them. And Jesus came, and they thought, that's it, he's our Messiah, we follow him, he's just for us. And they didn't understand what Jesus was saying to them. They didn't really understand that actually Jesus had died for everyone. And he died for us, and we're Gentiles because we're not Jews. And Jesus died for everybody, giving us that new promise that we're all God's chosen people, that we're all one great big family. Yet the people in the Ephesians who lived in Ephesus, and the people in Rome, and quite a few other areas, were fighting against each other. In the same way that we can sometimes fight against each other. So, what he was saying to us in Ephesians 2, and the bit that Paul read to us, was that he himself is our peace. He's made two groups one, and destroyed the barrier, the dividing wall of hostility. Through Jesus coming, He's actually made us one big family. Because we're no longer foreigners and strangers, but fellow citizens with God's people. We're all together, folks. Whether we're 5 or whether we're 105, whether we're babies or whether we're older, we're all together and we're all part of one great big family. Now, last time I preached to you, I preached about this, and the message I gave you was what Jesus said was stop grumbling. And again, I'm just reminding you of that little fact, that we need to stop grumbling. We also need to stop being judgmental. We need to be more forgiving. We need to be merciful. We don't need to let pride get in our way. And we need to work together as a team. And Paul reminds us in his letter to the Ephesians that Jesus Christ himself is the cornerstone. And what's a cornerstone? That's the foundation stone of the building. It's what everything else is built on. It lines up everything. And if we don't have Jesus as our foundation stone, then the whole thing will collapse. So we need to make sure that Jesus is right in the center of everything we do, and our foundations as well. So everything that we do is built on the foundation of Jesus. And with Jesus as the cornerstone, the whole building is joined together and rises to become a holy temple in the Lord. And you are being built together to become a dwelling in which God lives by his Holy Spirit. So with Christ as the cornerstone, we are being built together as a building in which the Holy Spirit works. Not just sort of individuals, not just little groups here and little groups there, because that doesn't work together. But we need to be working together. Remember, you are fellow citizens with God's people and members of God's household, with Jesus Christ himself as the chief cornerstone. Well, this morning, when my alarm went off, the radio came on, and I had this song which I'm going to play to you now, because I thought, wow, that's exactly what God's saying to this church. And I'm going to play it to you. I don't know whether I can do that from here or whether I need to put it on. Oh, you've done it. Okay, everybody. one of the things that it said in that song, and one of the things that jumped out at me, was that everybody can see we're together as we walk on by, you know? And everybody will know that we're Christians by our love. And that's very much what this song's saying, that, you know, we don't need to tell people, because people should be able to see it when they look at us, when they know us, and they know that we love each other. So what we're saying is stop being judgmental, be forgiving, be merciful, don't let pride in the way, and let's work together as a team, because life's hard enough pulling against the things that we're carrying without us pulling against each other. Okay.